Yo, what's going on? Back again with another episode of FOOTY Talk. What you saying?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Nice shirt, by the way.
Yeah, come on, bruv. I see you in your blue, blood. I had to come in my orange.
Oh yeah, well, you know, I've got to do my thing, innit? You know, unfortunately, it's not the Wharf kit. That's hanging up over there. After my landlady decided to move my set and break it, which is always nice. But yeah, I'm all good. Currently, just got some edits going on in the background. Jack's here to run out some Wharf games. Say hi, Jack.
Hello, mate.
There you go. So yeah,
Nice one.
it's all good. All go here. What about you?
I'm sweet. I'm sweet. Can't complain. 1 second. I think there's an echo on your thing. Let me mute you quick. Yeah. There's an echo. There's an echo on your side, bro.
Do you know what? I think it's where I've tried to be fucking snazzy again. Hang on. I don't help myself, do I?
Tech man killing himself, bro.
Shut up. Right. Is that better?
Yeah. There we go.
So
There we go. Yeah, bruv, I'm sweet, you know. I'm sweet, bruv. I can't even lie. Do you know what I'm saying? Another W yesterday. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, bruv. I mean, put 5 on man's head like Rio, blood, with the baseball caps. It's all good, bro. I'm telling you. Dropping 5 on, man. Listen, it's easy work, man. I'm telling you now, we done our thing still. The title charge is on. Like I said, guys, now I'm saying if you're London-based, make sure you get down to the games. Get down to the games, bro. Like, you've been doing it behind closed doors, but now everything's opening up. It's time to make a proper intimidating atmosphere at the games for the opposition now, bro. Because we got the biggest fan base.
Come watch us on Saturdays as well,
bro. You got to plug the thing in it while you're here, bro.
100%.
You know that's what I'm saying. Man, if you're out and about, if you're in the London area, come down in it because we're gonna make it hard for teams. We're on the title charge. We're 3 points off top. Do you know what I'm saying? And we've got to play everyone again. You know, like that.
So you've not done double headers because obviously ours were double headers.
Nah, we're not doing double headers. We got to play everyone again, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So because of that, listen, it's a madness.
Well, yeah, we did a double header this week against the guys which we were literally we're going against in the league.
Yeah.
Mate, you thought the referee we had the other week was bad. My God, Jack, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was this ref that we had this week?
Oh, mate, 11.
11. Rants, he was awful.
Bro, I'm not even surprised, bro. Honestly, I'm not even surprised, bro. Like the level of refereeing at that standard is a joke, bro. Like bro, we scored 5 and we didn't get given 2 penalties. Like it was a mad game. Like it was crazy. It's like you have to take the games out the officials' hands at that level, innit? So
yeah, I mean, but you think that's bad, right? So we got a foul given against us and a free kick given against us because our own players bumped into each other.
So he gave the ball to the other team. Okay, say less.
You think that's bad? You've not seen it yet. You'd have lost your marbles on Saturday. It was horrendous. But yeah, I mean, we double header, 1-1, lost 1, first loss of the season in the league. But we're top of the table by a point now. So
love that.
You know,
see,
all
that's
good
what
to
I'm
go.
saying. That's what I mean. And you guys, we got a friendly this week against the Wall FC. It's the guys from Wall of Comedy and that. They just got promoted in their league. So they got promoted to the SE Dons League. So they're a decent outfit. So we're playing them in a friendly this Sunday. Do you know what I mean? It'll be good for me to put my young boys up against them as well, just to gauge what level we're at as well. Do you know what I mean? Even though I'm not going to have a full squad, it'll be good to kind of see that. So I'm looking forward to that. And then following week back into the league. And I want you lot down there, man. I'm telling you, if you can get down. We're looking to wreak havoc in it. And once we get people on the sidelines, that would just tip it over because the other teams ain't gonna be able to bring a support like us. So, do you know what I mean? It'll be absolute madness. So big up everyone inside. You already know, man's in the orange. Man got Dino in the orange as well. That's what we're doing, fam. So, and as usual, obviously the link to the kits are in all the things, and also. The comeback's going strong, bruv. I got my camera, Lou. I told man already, blood.
Yeah, he's all done. You all sorted,
bruv. Listen, look, man. So you man got vlogs coming as well, because I'm gonna be vlogging all my treatments and that. Like, man's got my Canon. I got my Sigma lens. You get me? Man's got everything, blood. So you man are gonna get them the extra HD things. Man got the Gorilla Pod, everything. So I ain't playing. I dropped a bag on everything, bro. So I'm ready. So new content coming for you, man. Do you know what I'm
You're
saying?
on it.
New content
You're on
coming
it.
for you, man, on the YouTube, bro. I ain't playing games. Know what I'm saying?
Mate.
So big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. There was a question for you
Oh, dangerous.
about you've been linked with Lewandowski, bruv. And someone was saying, oh,
Really?
like, what? Yeah, you've been linked with Lewandowski all over the place.
Really? I've literally, mate. So I've got just before we started, I've just finished the edit on Gazzetta, so that's going to go out literally as soon as this is finished. I've not seen anything with that. Oh, let me go on news now. Lewandowski, according to who? Because I mean, I've not seen it anywhere.
Bro, I've seen it all over flipping thing. I've seen it all over Twitter on my burner account, blood. And obviously, my man said, "Yo, would you get rid of Timo Werner? Yeah, if it meant that you were getting Lewandowski, and even though I think that you should keep Werner."
No, this is the thing with Timo Werner, because everyone goes straight onto him. Timo Werner, as we've stated, like for the past, we've had this conversation for the past 3 weeks about him. Mate, he's not an out-and-out number 9. He's not. Yeah. He's someone who's an auxiliary player, who's like an inside forward who plays off of someone, and he's so important to Chelsea because he creates space just with his pace to get around everybody else. So, look, for me, realistically, like we do need a centre forward. There's no doubt about it. But Lewandowski's 32, 33?
32, I think. He's been linked for 40 to 60 million because they want to make some money for Haaland.
Why would I spend 45, 50 million on a 32-year-old? Realistically, it makes no sense. Go out if you're going to spend 45 million 45 to 60. That's saying, yeah. Cool. If you're paying 60 million, put an extra 10 mil on it and get me Lukaku. Extra 10 mil and you'll get.
You still want Lukaku?
I still want Lukaku. Lukaku or Haaland. That's it for me. Bottom line. That's all I want. Because now Lukaku's obviously leaner now than he was at you lot, isn't it?
Yeah,
so sure. So the fact he's leaner means he's actually got that mobility that you had at Everton and West Brom as well. So he's a great centre forward.
Lukaku with Werner and like Pulisic either side of him would be dangerous, or even Ziyech whipping in crosses into the box from the right hand side. I think that could work. I quite like Havertz in the false 9, bruv. Like he just oozes class, innit? Like just oozes class, bro. I think for him, I don't know, bruv. If I'm the manager, he's my first choice, number 9, bruv. And until that's just it, innit? Like I don't think that number 9 is your biggest problem. I just think that Werner needs to score more goals because it's one of them ones where if you add the goals from the big chances Werner's missed, you man are all right. You don't even need a striker. You just need him to start scoring a bit more goals. That's all.
No, that's it. And I think Timo Werner, he will come good eventually. Whether or not he's going to be the out-and-out goal scorer, which people are expecting in comparison to what it was in the Bundesliga, is a complete other question. But I think if he's linking up well with Havertz, which he started doing, obviously you got, like we said, Ziyech, who can put the balls across. Like against City, you could already see they play a high line. Like you put Werner in against the high line, you're fine. Whether or not he will become the 25 goal a season player is another question. I don't think he ever will, just because I think of the qualities between the Bundesliga and the Premier League are so different. And when you're coming up against the likes of Burnley or West Brom, even though they're going down, you're coming up against teams which are playing a very low block. So you're not going to be able to use that pace. So Werner will be used on occasions where he can actually have an impact on a game. But for me, I think if you've we've got the options up front. I think Havertz now just made he made Real Madrid his bitch. He made Sergio Ramos look like an arsehole. It was fantastic. Just that little bit where he put the ball down and he kicked it away. It was brilliant. I love the shithousery, and he's 21. And he made one of the best centre backs or best defenders in footballing history look like a dickhead. That, the amount of confidence you can have to do that, and the way he played against them as well. We've got so many options, but I do think Chelsea need a number 9, like an out and out number 9, because Havertz is great, but he's not an out and out number 9. And we need a number 6. That's my 2 big positions.
What to replace who? George? Why would you replace Jorginho?
I mean, it's not to replace. I think that we are fairly lax on options there. Like in terms of the midfield, you've got Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho, and then you've got you've got Billy Gilmore there,
Gilmore.
he's only 18, so he's not really someone who's really. I don't think he's quite ready yet. Mason Mount can drop into the 8, but we don't have like I'm not saying get rid of Kante. I think Kante is superb. He's the best in the world at what he does. He's proven that, especially over the most recent period. But I'm still worried he's injury prone. He's not somebody you can play every single game. And I'd quite like just to have a defensive midfielder who you know is going to be the man, which you can trust week in, week out. I want Declan Rice. That's who I want. Whether or not he actually goes is a completely different proposition. And then I would have said a centre-back, but hopefully, touch wood, we can actually keep hold of Tomori despite the stupid clause in the contract. Because I think Tomori under Thomas Tuchel,
he would thrive.
Beast.
He would absolutely thrive.
But yeah, I think that's what we like. There are people. I saw someone in the comments now just said, I can't say his name, to Tchouaméni, who's at Monaco. Obviously, we've been linked with him. But I just think Declan Rice in the defensive midfield position is the best player under 23 in the defensive midfield position, in my opinion. That's
definitely in the Premier League, without a doubt. And Samari's just gone to Leicester, which would have been a sick signing for us and you lot probably. Do you know what I mean? What's it? I'm guessing Ruben's done now at Chelsea.
Yeah, no, he's it's that injury which did him in at that stupid friendly. It's a shame, but like I just don't see him getting into that midfield at the minute. Just purely like even when he's at Fulham, he offers that little bit of specialness isn't even a word. He offers that little bit of gold dust.
Quality in it, gold dust. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's just not doing it enough. Like at Chelsea under Sarri, he was playing with so much confidence.
Yep.
And I just don't think it's going to work out for him. I can see him like going to Palace or something.
Yeah, that's Mandem FC blood. Everyone ends up going there, man. Yeah, I could see him going there.
He's 26 now. You know, he's not a young player anymore. But yeah, I'd sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek, cash in, and maximize it in another position.
That's it. And man is saying there's rumors about Camavinga being available. The funny thing is, yeah, there were rumors today saying United, Jadon Sancho is no longer a priority because of Mason Greenwood. And you know what's funny? This is the problem with having Oli as manager, because I did say, and I think Saeed alluded to it yesterday, he's not very good with rotation. So if Sancho comes in, that means either Greenwood gets benched or Rashford gets benched. Like, there's no rotation. It's not like in one game, out the other. Like, he literally just plays the same team every week, innit? So,
I mean, Champions League, there was a lot of rotation, wasn't there? There's a lot of rotation.
No, it wasn't. No, there wasn't.
Really?
No, there wasn't, bro. Not unless we had injuries, bro. Like,
Rants has died again. That means I'm in charge again because Rants has died, so you're stuck with me. So should we keep talking? What else we got here? Camavinga is overrated. I wouldn't say Camavinga's overrated. When he played against us, he looked good, but he's not anything which I look at and I go, yeah, I really, really want him. I think he's a solid player, but the season he's had hasn't been great. And it's mainly probably because his head's been turned by all the offers that he's had coming in. But I mean, if you got Sancho coming in, Rashford or Greenwood, I don't know. I don't know who I'd bench if I was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Jack, if Jadon Sancho comes to Manchester United, who'd you bench? Greenwood or Rashford?
Greenwood.
Really?
Yeah, try and build him as a backup number 10. Number 9, sorry.
Oh, what, behind who?
Behind Cavani.
But Cavani's not even starting regularly.
He is now.
Yeah, that's true.
Get him on one year. He's someone to learn from, isn't he? One more season.
Be interesting. So I said bench Pogba. I'm not muted. I'm all good. Am I muted? Locatelli's world class. No, he's not. Locatelli is not a world class defensive midfielder. I'm sorry. No. He's a good defensive midfielder, but he ain't world class. World class is a term which is thrown about far too often now. Like I don't get it. Like when people were going, "Oh, this player's world class. This player's a baller." For me personally, you have to be in a very, very, very specific bracket to be considered top class. And Didi is a world class player. I don't know. I think maybe nothing's wrong with Kovacic. Like Kovacic is a player who I think he's very good. He's press resistant, but it's just a case of he's not a number 10. He's not a number 8. He's not a defensive midfielder. He's just a midfielder who can do a lot. How's your Macic's Wi-Fi?
Mad thing, bro. You know what? It's been so good, yeah, for ages, and then it just done a mad thing again, bro. Done it yesterday as well. But now I was gonna say United had the most. They got the most minutes played for players, bro. Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, Harry Maguire, and someone else played like the most minutes in Europe, bro. Like it's a madness. United don't rotate. You know what I mean? So with Greenwood's form, Greenwood's getting benched, bro. Rashford should get benched, but even when Greenwood plays well, he gets taken off before Rashford.
Right.
So for me, yeah, exactly. And Rashford's been shit for about 2 years now, with injuries, like consistently shit. He's put in the odd good performance here and there, but his overall level, since he done his back in, like hasn't been good, bro. And I can't remember when the back injury was. I think it was like 18 months ago. It could have been even longer than that. And he just looks like he's been playing injured ever since, or just I don't know what it is, man. Do you know what I mean? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's injured, bro. I don't rate him anyway, but either way, I think if Jadon comes in, Greenwood suffers for sure.
Yeah, I mean, unless I don't know if you heard what Jack was saying, because obviously I had to host the show because you disappeared.
What did Jack say, bro?
Jack said he would bench Greenwood. He would bench Greenwood. Said, but Greenwood could train as that sort of backup centre forward to replace Cavani when he goes.
Yeah, but man has got Martial there, yeah, and man have Greenwood there, and the thing is, Greenwood's better than Rashford. Like he is. It's just one of them ones where Rashford's more experienced, but he's not a better footballer than Mason. He's nowhere near Mason's level as an actual footballer. It's just that Mason don't have the experience. That's all it is, bro. Like you have to play someone like Mason Greenwood. Like he's a special footballer in it in terms of talent. Like there's nothing special about Rashford. Rashford's quick. Do you know what I mean? A few injuries sorts that out, and then all of a sudden, when you ain't got the explosiveness no more, you're just throwing up 1 out of 10s like on a regular basis. Like it's not enough, bro. This is Manchester United Football Club. You know what I mean? It's just the same with Arsenal now. They got a whole load of youngsters in their team, yeah, but it doesn't matter. You're ninth, blood. Do you know what I mean?
But it's true. But to be honest, they played much better yesterday. And it was a very interesting thing, right? They had no Aubameyang, no Lacazette, no Thomas Partey. They refused to play their 45 million signing, and they played Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe, and they were brilliant. They were brilliant yesterday. There was so much more.
Yeah, but that's because these men are literally, like they're hungry in it, and that's why squad rotation's actually good, bro. Because I mean, too much of anything, it goes stale, innit? It goes stale. Look at Liverpool. They've gone stale, because they got a starting 11. Maybe one man off the bench. That's about it. You can't have that for 3 years in a row, bruv.
No.
You can't have that. It goes stale. Even when you look at United, the reason why them man nearly got bent over in the second leg against Roma is not because they made too many changes. It's because a lot of the players that did come in, they're not getting enough minutes, mate. Do you know what I mean? And when you actually play players that have something to play for, they genuinely are going to play at a higher standard.
Yeah.
Literally, if you change the team, put in 6 players and say, guys, we've got 4 games in 8 days. Show me why you deserve to be playing, pretty much. Why you deserve to be in consideration for the remaining fixtures. These men will run their socks off. When you play the same team, when you're already 6-2 up and you don't change it, what are these men playing for?
No, it's true.
What are they playing for?
It's pointless. I think I'll be honest. Yeah, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's not rotated enough, but I mean, credit to him to get Manchester United to the final. I know it's realistically something you should have got to, considering you dropped out of the Champions League, but you've got there, and Roma aren't a bad outfit. And I know that you're saying, they weren't playing for anything. This is where I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think he's a good man manager with who he wants. He's like, that coach when you're a kid, right? who was like, no, it's who Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is, and I'm not saying he's a PE teacher because of the whole general mentality that people call him a PE teacher. The PE teacher at school, he was only best mates with all the kids that were good at football.
Yeah, but there you go. That's it.
Literally that's
if he likes
doesn't give
you,
a fuck about anyone else.
If he likes you, then cool. Do you know what I mean? Like him and Lukaku never got on because he didn't really fancy Lukaku like that. You know what I mean? He preferred Rashford down the middle, and then he sold Lukaku and then said, "Oh, we don't have a proper striker that scores the ugly goals." When we had that in Lukaku in the first place, no one wants to pull him up about that, but it's a fact. He said he wanted someone to score the ugly goals. Do you know what I mean? But Cavani literally is not doing anything that Lukaku couldn't do.
I think Lukaku, Cavani is a bit more mobile than what Lukaku was.
I don't think he's more. He runs more, but in the box, they score the same type of ugly goals, bro. Both of them in the box, bro. Cavani runs a lot, but for all the extra running that he does, he scores all his goals in the box. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He's quality, though. He's quality.
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? His movement, again, Lukaku's got elite movement in and around the box, but outside the box, he's useless. And that's just all it is, bro. But it's like he got rid of Lukaku, to bring in Cavani, who's 34 and doesn't want to be here for another season. So your reasoning for getting rid of a poacher, to bring in another poacher didn't make sense. What really happened was him and Oli just didn't get on.
Yeah.
That's what really happened. Do you know what I mean? I know this for a fact. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where his man management with people that he likes and people that like him, cool, it works, innit? But the thing is, a manager like her, without the pedigree, as soon as a few men start turning on you, it's peak. Luckily, he's a club legend, so a lot of the time, even if people don't like him, they won't really say nothing, innit? It was easier to turn on a David Moyes because he didn't have no history with the club. It was easier to throw a David Moyes under the bus, who actually had more pedigree than him.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an interesting concept now. Like I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done what other managers couldn't.
What was that?
I just think he's getting more out of a squad than I think he's getting more out of a squad than Louis van Gaal did.
But he's not though.
I think he is. I think he is personally.
Well,
I think the football's ugly. The football's ugly.
If you saw him play him more at the...
Oh, Rants is gone. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Now, Rants, you alive? Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer messing with your internet? He said he's shit.
No.
Yeah, like I think this is if I can elaborate, because I know people are disagreeing.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that the style of football is like if we go through it. David Moyes, I kind of just completely removed from the conversation because he was stepping into the biggest shoes to fill in British football for a long time, and he didn't have the infrastructure around him in the first place at all. So he was completely gone. Louis van Gaal, he did get rid of a lot of deadwood, but he
also had a bunch of championship level and League One level players and won a World Cup with them. I mean, World Cup, FA Cup with them.
Yeah, no, he had players come to the end of the career. He won an FA Cup. Credit to him, fine.
But we were playing Wayne Rooney in midfield, Chris Smalling at the back, Darmian, Marcos Rojo. Man, he brought through double figures academy players into the first team. Bro, he was working with completely different parameters to Oli. Oli spent the most amount of money out of all the managers post-Ferguson and won the least. So he's not doing better, bro. Like, it's all smokes and mirrors, bro. He spent over 300 million and won nothing, bro. Your managers are going to win 1 or 2 trophies spending no money.
No, but the reason I think to balance this out then, I get what you're saying, and I'm coming from a different angle. If you meet in the middle, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing a decent job because the infrastructure has slowly been built since Fergie left because of all the mistakes that other managers have made. So then that way he's kind of the amalgamation of what has been a fairly abject decade since Fergie went. like where Mourinho didn't have the relationship with the academy or certain players, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer came in and fixed those relationships, or he kind of implemented into the academy where he could with people that he knew. So, for example, the Darren Fletcher thing, it doesn't make sense, but he put Darren Fletcher in because he has a relationship with him, as we said, the PE teacher vibe sort of thing. He knew him, so he put him in place, and there's the slowly kind of mending the transitions there. Then obviously Mourinho didn't do it. Louis van Gaal brought through academy players, but it wasn't there a whole thing where he just completely destroyed the Manchester United blueprint just to put in what he wanted? Wasn't there a big thing about that?
But that's what they wanted him to do, bruv. Like when you bring in a manager like Van Gaal or Bielsa or Pep or whatever, managers that have philosophies. Let's get this right. Man United don't have a blueprint. Do you know what I mean? All of that is romanticized bullshit, innit? Like, let's be honest. Sir Alex Ferguson done the Sir Alex Ferguson thing. Yeah. Sir Matt done the Sir Matt thing. That. Don't believe for 1 second, that if the class of 92 weren't of the caliber of David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Nicky Butt, Gary Neville, Ryan Giggs, Fergie wouldn't have brought them through. Because Fergie didn't bring through players for the sake of it, When you look at the players that actually came through under Sir Alex Ferguson and made a career at Manchester United, outside of the class of 92, I think Darren Fletcher was the only one. Welbeck came through and then he was gone. But even though Sir Alex Ferguson didn't sell Danny Welbeck. But let's be honest, bro. Apart from the class of 92, man weren't coming through under Sir Alex Ferguson and surviving at United. He was getting rid of man all the time. So this myth, that Sir Alex Ferguson was just bringing through anyone. It didn't happen like that. You only got through if you were good enough. And that happens at most clubs. Yeah. If you're good enough, you get through, innit? So I think people over-sensationalize this United bringing through youth. No, United only brought through the best in class. And we had a golden generation there. That's all it was. We don't just bring through players for the sake of it. There's loads of players like Giuseppe Rossi, who was top scorer in our reserve team, scoring like him and Sylvain Ebanks-Blake was scoring like 50 goals a season between them in the league, and neither of them really played in the first team. Gerard Piqué never even bust through for the first team and stayed, blood. We sold him. And we had Piqué. People forget Gerard Piqué was at Manchester United. So man don't need to stop pretending that Sir Alex Ferguson brought through everyone. Like he didn't. He brought through the good players. And the shit ones didn't get through. And we got lucky that at the time we had wavy players in the academy.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I think, the reason and people are raising the comments, but the reason that I was so uncertain, like obviously that romanticism's gone. Obviously that was probably one of the reasons why Manchester United fell flat on their face within the first 2-3 years of Fergie going, because the romanticism took control. So in that first 2-3 years, you had Moyes, you had LVG. Louis van Gaal, the football wasn't great. You won an FA Cup, credit to him. I think he did a good job, but he ruined relationships with players because he is a very old-fashioned manager. Mourinho came in. I think he's a disciple of LVG. So he came in. Obviously, the football wasn't great, but he did get winning mentalities, and he got you guys second with that squad as well. We're talking about Louis van Gaal doing a very good job with that. With
the FA Cup,
Mourinho got you second,
and two trophies,
which
Oli can't do this season.
No, but he can't. But I mean, mate, if he wins the Europa League, I think it's fair to say that that's a very good season for you lot. That is,
no, it's not. Why is it a very good season?
You're finishing second or third, depending on how your next few games go.
Bro, we haven't challenged for the league, bro. No, we finished second after getting knocked out the Champions League, needing 1 point, to go through to the knockout stages, and we lost 3 games in a row. How's that a good season, Louis?
Because in comparison to how Manchester United, because Manchester United are not that level yet. They're not that level anymore.
That's crazy. You can't say that. You know the reason why you can't say that, and I'll tell this to Manchester United fans. When Jose won the Europa League, everyone was like, it's not good enough. We're Manchester United. We're not even going to have a parade. When we won 2 trophies that year. All of a sudden now, it's a great season because Oli done it.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done it.
We started the season in the Champions League, Louis. If you told me at the start of the season when we was in the Champions League that we're gonna get a Europa League, I'd have been fuming.
No, and rightly so. But I'm trying to look at it I'm looking at it face value here. I'm not looking at it as you know, Manchester United should be in a certain position. Like you said, like Mourinho won the Europa League, and then people went, "Oh, it's not good enough. Whatever, we're Manchester United." It's that there's certain levels of entitlement, and I'm not saying you have it, by the way. There are certain levels of entitlement which Liverpool fans, we take the piss out of having it. You know, Manchester United fans, some fall into that category of we're Manchester United, we deserve to be here. Manchester United don't deserve, and nobody deserves, by the way, they don't deserve to be in a certain position. The reason I'm looking at and saying I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has had a good season overall is purely because since the capitulation, since post-Fergie, and it has been a capitulation, let's not sugarcoat it. The club's gone into turmoil. There's been people in the wrong positions. The Glazers have fucked the club, and this overall and overarching mentality and the structure in place now is the best you've had since Fergie, I would say. And it is shit. It is shit. It's a poor structure.
I don't think the structure is the best that we've had. I think the structure hasn't changed at all. The structure's shit, and it's been shit the whole time. I don't think it's changed at all. The only thing that's changed is the managers, bro. That's the only thing, because under every manager, the Glazers have still spent what I'd say is a decent amount of money for us to be playing better football, bro. Yeah. And to put things into perspective, like my man said, Ollie's football, we've equaled, if not got more 0-0s than the LVG team that was supposedly boring, Most of these 0-0s were in games that we needed to win, innit? Like, man said we don't have the squad to challenge for the league. Bruv, man was saying under Jose we had the squad to challenge for the league, and this squad's a lot better than Jose's squad, so you man need to make your minds up. We have a squad to challenge for the league. Our strikers are Martial, Cavani, and Greenwood. What other team in this league, has 3 strikers that are better than ours? None. No one can't tell, man, that we don't have the squad to challenge. We have a squad to challenge. We have a squad to challenge for the league. Stop making excuses for this bum. The amount of, bruv, we had an opportunity, Everyone talks about how many times Ollie's beaten Pep. Guess what? When we could have beaten him in the league, and closed the gap to something like 3 points, we fucked it. Every time we play Pep, where the game means something, we lose, bruv. In most of the big games against the top 6s, I think we've drawn most of them 0-0. So man can't tell me, because we parked the bus. So man can't tell me, that this is a good season, bro. Man got knocked out by Istanbul, of the Champions League. Everyone said we was in a group of death. We'll be lucky to get out. And then we won our first 3 games and we thought, oh shit, we're through. And then we lost the other 3, bro. That's not acceptable. The manager should have got sacked after that. And then we're in the Europa League. We ain't played no decent team to get to the Europa League final. Roma's the best team, bruv, and Roma's got an aging squad. Let's be honest. Edin Dzeko is Man City fodder. Mkhitaryan is Premier League fodder. You know what I mean? Flipping Pedro was at your club, cast away. I don't even think he
Pedro wasn't a castaway. Pedro wasn't a castaway. Pedro's
you
old.
Man got him because he was old and Barca didn't want him no more. And then he was too old for you, so he ended up at Roma. The whole team's washed. They had Chris Smalling as well. We played against the Renford Rejects, blood. That's who we played against, And we're in the final now. We ain't played no one. We've played nobody in that Europa League. The Europa League is trash, bro. Let's be honest.
It is.
We played a bunch of standard football teams. And if we win that, like I said against when we won the Europa League with Jose, the best team we played in that run was flipping Ajax, bro. And they had delete.
Your internet's gonna go, mate. Rants has died again. Okay, so now the Rants has died again. To complete my thought process, the reason I'm saying this season Ole's done a good job, if we're going to go back and address it, right? Champions League, I agree. Realistically, he could have / should have been sacked when he lost those 3 games. Definitely. I don't think that's good. But the reason I'm saying that is because Manchester United right now are not at the caliber of a regular Champions League kind of contending round of 16 side. I still don't think Chelsea are. We've got to the final, which is great. But look, if we lose it, I'm going to kind of be looking at this going, well, do you know what? Like, it's a bunch of, we got a lot of young players. The way I look at Manchester United is purely down to the fact that because you haven't had the best structure, because you've continuously been trying to rebuild all the time, you've not seen the best capabilities of this side. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, if we're talking about the Premier League, yeah, those 0-0 draws you've had, they're not the best, no. But he was looking at it to get the results, to maintain the position you're in now, to get top 4. Right now, there is not the bot that you don't have the foundations to push forward. So what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing is trying to build those foundations. Is he the best man to do it? Probably not. No. But I mean, look at Chelsea this year. I mean, look, I can still pine for Frank Lampard, but I love Thomas Tuchel. Frank Lampard brought in players, tried to build a foundation, but just couldn't quite do it, right? Thomas Tuchel's come in and he's made the difference. Now, I know people might be sitting there and saying, well, couldn't we just do that with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Yes, you could. But the problem is between Manchester United and between Chelsea, Chelsea have the foundations and the structure to make the difference. Manchester United, because of the Glazers, and I don't know if you got to follow me on Twitter or anything, but if you do, because of the Glazers, don't have that structure from the top to the bottom. So what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is doing is making the best of a bad situation. Did you hear? Hello, did you hear any of that? What I was saying, or did you?
No, not all of it, man. Imagine I had Virgin in my house this morning. They've managed to fuck up man's thing, like, and they were meant to fix it. Great. So yeah, I had to get them to come back. But yeah, what were you saying?
But yeah, basically, I was saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is making the best of a bad situation.
It's not a bad situation, bro. The squad's good, bro.
No, but I'm not talking about the squad. I'm talking about the overarching entire club. So what he's got is he's basically having to try and satisfy the Glazers. You don't have a clue what they're fucking doing for a start.
Yeah.
That then leads down to Ed Woodward and whoever this new bloke is that's going to replace him, who doesn't have a clue.
Yeah.
So they're not bringing in the right players or whatever. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is then going, he's brought in certain players.
What do you mean bringing in the right players, bro? Them man are saying that the manager's got the final say in who comes in. He's the one who wanted to spend 85 million on a flipping fridge, blood. It was him.
Okay.
He got all the players he wanted, bro. Wan-Bissaka again, first season in the Premier League, didn't exactly tear up trees, yeah. Man signed him. Listen, Ollie got the players he wanted. I'm not hearing none of this bullshit, bro. Like, the reason why we're bringing in these meaty ballers is because Ollie's a meaty manager and he likes meaty players, bro. That's why, bro. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, one thing I could say about Manchester United is the managers get who they want. They get who they want.
This is what I'm saying.
You wanted Lukaku, we got Lukaku. You wanted Pogba, you got Pogba. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, these men get who they want to get most of the time. And if they don't get who they want, it's because they're too expensive. But managers, yeah, are meant to come in with their own little black book in it. The reason why we got Victor Valdez under Van Gaal is because of his little black book. The reason why we got Zlatan under Jose is because of his little black book. Ollie ain't got no pool. So now we have to overpay for players, yeah, that are not United standard because they want to come to United because they feel honored to be at the football club because they're not good enough, bro. He ain't got no pool to bring big players to the football club. Do you know what I mean? People talk about Bruno, bruv, but he was 24 years old, still playing in Portugal, blood. If you're Portuguese and you're still playing in that league at 24, 25, something ain't right, bruv. Respectfully, bro. Like, that's a feeder league. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's not, bruv, he weren't a big name and he wasn't a big player in football. It was a no-brainer for him to move to Manchester United. He would have moved to Tottenham if Tottenham put the money up. United ain't signed no one, yeah? United ain't signed nobody, yeah, that you can say, yo, elite player, they chose Man United.
That's true. That's true.
Who else was in for Harry Maguire for 85 million? No one.
Not for 85, no.
No one else was in for Wan-Bissaka. No one else wanted him.
But it's, yeah, I mean, the only reason I'm saying that he's done what he's done is the over, like you said, they get who they want. That's the problem. There's no, and look, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, but Ole's the reason why he wants those players, bro.
Yeah, no, but let me hang on. Let me.
If Brendan Rodgers came in, he wouldn't be trying to sign these meaty ballers, bro. They just wrapped up Soumare, bro. Are you telling me that Leicester have better scouts than Man United? It's got nothing to do with the scouts.
Clearly,
bro.
they do. Clearly, they do.
No, they don't. You know what it is, yeah? It's down to what the managers want, bro.
No, but then but this is what I'm saying about the structure. Leicester's structure is built on the scouting network and bringing in players for cheap to sell on. Hence,
Yeah,
Harry
bruv.
Maguire, Ben Chilwell, N'Golo Kante. Who else?
And who were the managers at the time? What? Claudio Ranieri is a top manager that can bring in those kind of players. You know that. You had him.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Like Claudio Ranieri. Yeah,
do you remember the players Claudio Ranieri brought in? Because he's the reason why Jose won the title the following season.
No, he is. Yeah, no, I know. But I mean, like, look,
you remember that Chelsea team? Duff. Tell these lot, because these lot might be too young to remember.
What is it with the 0405?
Duff and Robin.
Yeah, Duff and Robin were nuts.
Bro,
Duff and Robin were nuts.
That's all Ranieri, you know. Ranieri's got previous, bro.
Yeah, no, he has. But what I'm saying is in terms of
I had a good Johnson, another one.
Mate, it's a great one. In terms of what Solskjaer's got, like the scout that if we're talking about Claudio Ranieri, he has that pull, yes. But I mean that Leicester, it's not just Leicester. There are lots of other teams.
Of course, it's not. But the facts are, the kind of manager you get in helps, bruv. Haaland, who played for Oli, rejected Manchester United. Jude Bellingham got a tour of Old Trafford and still went to Dortmund, bro. He wouldn't have turned down a Pep Guardiola if Pep was the United manager and walked him around Old Trafford. He turned us down because Oli ain't got the pull, bro. It's that simple. And it comes down to that. And also players buy into a project as well. What's the project at Manchester United?
No, but this is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, there is no project to Manchester United because of the mentality, because of how the club is structured. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he might be a yes man.
Where does that mentality come from, Lou? Because Sir Alex Ferguson worked under the Glazers and we still won because the mentality came from the manager.
No, I know, but this is what this is what I'm trying to say. It doesn't that was a decade ago, mate. You know better than me how much football's changed over the past decade.
So get a manager that is at this level, yeah, and in the 21st century, like your manager. Your manager's in the 21st century. Yeah, he's got a big personality. He commands respect in press conferences. He's got a bit of banter about him. He's got a presence when he walks into the room. He's got a very clear strategy and philosophy. That's why he's number one for everything since he's come in. You've conceded the least amount of goals, scored the most amount of goals, probably had the most shots, conceded the most shots, had the most of the ball, everything. And that's down to your manager. These are the same players that Frank Lampard said couldn't compete for the title, remember?
Yeah, no, I know.
The same players. Exact same players, bro. So I don't want to hear no one tell me that this Man United squad can't compete for the title because Chelsea can compete for the title. If Tuchel was in at the start of the season, he might have won it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that this Manchester United team can't compete for the title. What I'm saying is, yes, there could be a change in manager, but the other reason Thomas Tuchel does well at Chelsea is because the overall structure's fucking sound. But everything from top to bottom.
That hasn't come in yet because he hasn't needed them for anything. He's done his own thing. He brought in his own team. And he's coaching them right now. He hasn't had to ask Roman for any money yet. He hasn't had to ask the scouts to find him any players yet.
When he will, we have a pretty sound fucking structure. And also our ownership isn't going to turn around and say, let's pay 85 million. As much as you're saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has the final say, he may do, but you're still going to have the Glazers turning around and going, right, tell me why we should pay 85 million. They're not just going to turn around and go black carte blanche because financially.
Exactly. And he told them why. And they gave him the money, and it was a bad buy.
Which is why I'm saying at the very top, you're fucked.
No, listen to what you just said. You said that he's still got to get the say-so from the Glazers to spend the money. Yeah. So does every manager. Every manager has to get the green light from the owner to get the funds. Whatever bullshit they gave him about Harry Maguire and said, yeah, he's worth 85 million, it turns out he wasn't. So now you're going to go back to the same owners and ask for more money, and they're going to say, yeah, well, I gave you 85 million for Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
This is the problem. Why didn't you find me someone else that was better than Harry Maguire that cost me 40 million? That would have cost me 40. You could have had two of those.
Yeah, which is well, I've seen the comments of Louis. That's what I'm trying to say, Benevento.
You could have had two of those.
Trying to say.
Which is down to the manager.
No, I know it's down to manager. But what I'm saying is, I'm looking strictly at the football here and why Manchester United. Like we're talking about the quality of Manchester United. It is not the same quality which has been over the past, like before this year, since Fergie's 90s team to his, the last title. The quality has not been the same now. So
when you look at your squad and our squad, yeah, from back to front, I'll say 15 from 1 to say, should we say 1 to 18, yeah? What do you think the difference is between Manchester United and Chelsea squad in terms of quality? How big do you think the gap is?
Well, so if we break it down, let's start with the keeper. We've got better keeper than keeper in the defense. Let's take the whole package because it's not just a goalkeeper. Yeah, I think in terms of defensively, proven recently, we're better. That's recently though. If we're going back
no, forget that. You're better defensively because of your formation and your structure and your manager. I'm talking about individual players. Yeah, go through all the individual players. Yeah, and tell me how big the gap is. Yeah, and because in terms of quality and knowing what they're doing and organization, you man are miles away from us.
But I would. But then again, if I do that, I'd still feel that my parameters might be different to yours. So if we set parameters, that way I can do it. Because for me, I think Edouard Mendy is better than David De Gea or Dean Henderson. That's purely because he does the simple shit right.
I hear that. I hear that. So I don't agree. I think David De Gea is better than your goalkeeper still. But it is what it is. It's small margins, in it. We're talking about Thiago Silva, top centre back, but he's old, innit? Like he's playing in 3 and it suits him. If he's playing in a 4, I think he would get exposed a bit more.
Which is proven already, yeah.
Exactly. However, in a 3, whatever. When I'm looking at Harry Maguire, I think he's shit. But as shit as I think he is, I'm not taking Zuma over him. You know what I'm saying? Would I take Rudiger over him? Possibly. Christensen, I'm not taking over him. Do you know what I mean? Like when I look at your team, like your team is better than the sum of its parts because you have a good coach. United, good coaches have teams overperforming. Manchester United are not overperforming. With the squad we have, we should have been in the knockout stages of the Champions League. We should have been actually challenging for the title. You lot would have been challenging for the title if your manager came in maybe a month earlier, mate.
But no, but this is it. I mean, I think yes, the whole reason Manchester United are not in the position which quote unquote they should be is because of the entire structure. That includes Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and the Glazers and everyone in between. Yes, you could find a better coach, but with how Manchester United are built, you've had better coaches and you've still done shit. You've had Mourinho, you've had Louis van Gaal, you've had coaches that won Champions Leagues and league titles, and quite frankly, because of the structure they have around them at the entire club, they've not lived up to those expectations. People are saying, I've just seen the comments about Carlo Ancelotti. Carlo Ancelotti would go to Manchester United, and he'd do a decent job.
No, he would do a very good job at Manchester United.
He'd do a very good job. No, but then how long would he last?
Bro, let me tell you something about Manchester United, because you know what's funny? You're right in the sense that the structure's shit, but also the types of managers that Manchester United have brought in have not been the right types of managers. Louis van Gaal, is a brilliant coach, but Louis van Gaal is an old man and his coaching methods are very archaic, innit? They didn't translate well over to the modern game. That's why he done amazing in the World Cup with Holland, with the international team, with his own countrymen that understand his culture and understand how he speaks to them and what he wants from them and have been drilled the Ajax way and other things. But when he came to England and he's dealing with these other players, there was a disconnect there, innit? But he had us playing as organized football as I've ever seen. Ever. Then there was Jose Mourinho, who was past his best when Manchester United brought him in, and they brought him in solely for the name. And yes, he did win a few trophies, but Jose's always been there for a good time, not a long time. That's the kind of manager. If Manchester United really wanted to rebuild, or if they really wanted success and they wanted Jose, they should have brought him in straight after Sir Alex Ferguson. They brought him in at the wrong time. So both of those managers were the right people at the wrong time. David Moyes was never the right person at the right time because he's not good enough. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a caretaker manager, just like Di Matteo. And guess what happened? Di Matteo won a trophy and got sacked. We kept our one. That's the difference. If you kept Di Matteo, the following season, you still might have done all right.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have been the Chelsea that you were supposed to be. This is my issue with it.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, you're completely right in saying like the modern game, you don't really have time for projects, really. I mean, and then when we have seen projects, it's been a rarity that they've worked, unless it's been the structure, to my point, the structure's been in place. But saying all of this, right, you get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer right now. I mean, he gets sacked tomorrow. who comes in and you can get him straight away? Who is that? Exactly. And this is what I mean. This is why I'm saying he's had a good season.
But
comparison to the structure.
No. You can't say that, bro, because his best possible season isn't better than Jose's season. So you can't say that he's had a great season, bro. Like, he spent 300 M's, bro, to get to this. This is his third season, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This is his third season or his third year. I can't remember which one it is. Man's into 3 years to finally win something, bro. This is the longest he's ever taken a Manchester United manager, and he inherited the best squad and spent the most amount of money. The amount of flipping sympathy that this brother gets for failing, is ludicrous, bro. Moyes got 6 months. Moyes got 6 months, bro. So this don't make no sense, bro. I think man are being too romantic with this Oli geezer. The one thing that brings you time in football, is pedigree. He doesn't have pedigree. He don't have pedigree. Chelsea sacked a bigger legend than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And look at the results.
Yeah, and we did that because our structure had that done. And
there you go. But you're saying that we don't have the structure, but Lou.
Yeah, because you're not sacking someone who you should have sacked, like you're saying. You should have sacked him.
But the difference is you talk about the structure, but also when you're a manager, you come in with your team. You'll have your coaches. You'll also have your guy that looks out for players for you. You'll have your scouts, bro. You'll have your scouts, regardless. You'll also have contacts with agents as well. All of those things. That's why look what Wolves have done with Mendes and that. And then they got the manager in. Bro, managers, bruv, Jose's got the same agent as David De Gea. Put it that way. You know what I mean? So we get certain players because the manager's agent is a certain player's agent. Managers come in with their own black book. They come in with their own network. Oli don't have a network. He brought Midfield back from fucking Australia because the guys that he had at Molde weren't good enough to be at Manchester United. He don't have a network in football. When you bring in Ancelotti, you get a James Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? James Rodriguez should be at Manchester United, not Everton.
But, okay, so saying that then, do you think if you brought in Carlo Ancelotti, he would automatically...
have won a trophy. He would have won a trophy probably in the first season he came in, mate. Because it's Carlo Ancelotti.
Okay. And
Ancelotti.
I could see that.
And he's better than Mourinho. The reason why he's better than Mourinho is because he's less pragmatic, and he does better with what he has. Mourinho wants all the same type of players. Ancelotti can play defensively, he can play attacking. Mourinho can only play one way. Ancelotti's game, because it's so fluid, it's evolved with the times, innit? Everyone talks about structures and all of these things. Liverpool's structure is not great. It's not great. They don't spend a lot of money. They have to sell to buy. No Manchester United manager can ever say that the Glazers have told them they have to sell players before they buy. Liverpool literally built their whole teams on selling Suarez and Coutinho, bro. And Klopp has won a lot.
Yeah,
a lot, bruv. He's overachieved with them flipping leeches upstairs. So when everyone blames the Glazers, bro, like, honestly, the Glazers have spent more money than FSG. A lot more. So whether they say, it's the club's money or not the club's, who cares, bro? They've spent more money. So man could talk about the setup to the cows come home. If Klopp was at Man United, Klopp wouldn't have brought in Harry Maguire because he wouldn't have wanted him. You know what I mean? Klopp wouldn't have brought it.
Yeah, he'd be at Man United, wouldn't he, VVD?
Well, there you go. Like, there's loads of players that wouldn't be at Man United because Klopp wouldn't want them. So we can talk about the Glazers, bro. But when the manager's good, nobody knew about the structure of the club when Sir Alex Ferguson was there because he was a good manager and he was winning. But as soon as the managers are failing, everyone wants to talk about the board and that. The board's definitely an issue, bro. By the end of the day, when Villas-Boas and them man were failing, it weren't because of the board, it's because they weren't good enough. Because Roman's always been a good owner.
But that's true. But then it's literally, you've literally just made my point about the ownership, which is you know, it's yeah. I think we're now both saying the same thing, but we're just coming at it from different angles. I think that if Manchester United, so if you brought in a new manager, yes, I think that there would be a dramatic change, and I think there'd be an upward spiral, 100%. But what I'm saying is, with the quality that you have, it's right. It's about right where you are with the quality that you have.
I don't think your squad's that much better than ours.
Oh, I'm not talking about the squad. I'm not.
And you're in the Champions League final. So why are we in the Europa League final?
I'm not talking about the squad. I'm talking about the manager. I'm talking about.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is you're in a Champions League and an FA Cup final. We've only got a Europa League final to look forward to because we got knocked out of the Champions League, and our squad's as good as yours. So it's not good enough. It's not a good season, bro. You can win 2 trophies, and even if you don't, you've changed the manager, and still you've almost cemented top 4 as well. Even though you were nowhere near top 4, and you were looking like you weren't even going to finish in the top 6 under Lampard.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's the difference a good manager makes, bro. Like, people love to make excuses for this guy. How good was Tottenham's structure when Poch is there? Who knows, bruv? It's still rubbish now, but Poch had them in the top 4 seasons in a row because it was down to the manager.
Yeah,
like,
well, I think,
people underestimate how much a manager makes a difference.
Well, they do, and you're completely right. But what I'm saying, like, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't win the Europa League, then I'm with you. I'm still with you. I still don't feel he's the right man for Man United. I still feel there's an element of just plain amicability. But you know, if he don't win the Europa League final, 100%. I think if you win the Europa League and you're back into Champions League, you finish second. You're right. It's not the strongest, but I'm looking at that going, do you know what? With what you have, you were never going to win the Champions League ever. You were never going to.
You say that, bro, but you might win it. So if you can win it, why can't we?
No, but I'm saying because you didn't have the manager. That's what I'm saying. With what you have now, you didn't.
But we could have.
Yeah, but you were never going to because
we could have had the manager. If we sacked him when we got knocked out of the Champions League, we could have sacked him then anyway, at least, and then we wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have won the Champions League because we were out. But there's plenty of times to sack, man, bro. Like, this is the 3rd season. This is what I'm saying. Like, what's Solskjaer's ceiling next season? Because you're going to challenge for the league next season. City are going to challenge for the league. Liverpool are going to challenge for the league.
Well, we're Solskjaer's ceiling, Solskjaer, because that's what the Glazers. That's what they want. This is what I'm saying. You got to look on a Solskjaer. If he gets top 4 and you win a trophy, he'll be like, cool. That's it. You've got what Arsenal have, which is just a bunch of guys that go sound. That's it. And that's why I'm saying for what you have, he's done well because that's what they want. That's what they want, and that's why I'm saying overall you are fucked. And until you have someone come in with that little black book, maybe who will turn around to the guys and go, "Yo, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're doing it." Then until then, this is it. Thumbs up, top 4, maybe a trophy. Cool. Yeah. Happy days. Move on to the next season. And that's what Manchester United are now. That's all you are. And that's why I'm saying the entitlement of some people. That's why I started off talking about the entitlement of we deserve to be here. We're Manchester United. We have this. We have that. Solskjaer has an element of understanding of that. And who knows? He might develop this little black book. Because if you're doing what he needs, it'll be there for the next 5 years. It will be.
Yeah, he's not going to get a black book because no one's going to want to play for him, and Manchester United in the next 5 years if they're not consistently winning things, and they won't. You know what I mean? Like, Cavani's just signed until 2022, so one more season extension for Edison Cavani.
That's good.
You know what I mean? It's all right. Do you know what I mean? The manager loves him. Do you know what I mean? Which means unless Martial gets sold,
which you should,
Mason,
I don't think
Mason Greenwood again is hardly going to play any football.
Because
if we do get Sancho, I'd sell Martial as well because he's too good for Manchester United. So it's one of them ones where I would sell him as well. You know what I mean? But but he just signed a new deal, so I don't think he's going nowhere. So if Sancho comes in, that means Greenwood's not playing no football. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. This is what I'm saying. Like, signing Cavani, shows me that this manager and these owners ain't gonna spend no money in the summer, guys. So there you go, innit? You man enjoy that. That's all I'm saying. You man enjoy that. This is a statement of no intent, because it's cheaper to renew someone's contract for a season than it is to go and buy another player that's going to cost you 70, 80 million pounds. They're not. He'll end up at Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, I think Sancho's a good player, but I mean, 70, 80 million. I'm looking at a guy. I don't know.
Sancho's ridiculous, bro. He's ridiculous.
A good player. No, yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad player at all, but I'm still going. I think it'd be. Look, I think with the squad you have, I don't think he fits. Because he's more of a street footballer than what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likes.
You say likes, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer likes players that can win the game for the team because he can't win it from the bench. So I think that Sancho would suit Manchester United because he's literally a freestyle player, and I think that's what Ole wants. But he's a high IQ footballer as well. Like, he's not just someone that just tries to do tricks, bro. Like, he's not Pepe, innit?
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, yeah. I get what you mean, but I think Sancho ain't coming, guys. You know what I mean? Cavani's got that number 7 on his back for another season.
I think they'll sell Haaland this summer instead of Sancho.
Yeah, I think so now. It's looking like that. It's looking like that. Do you know what I mean? Big up Chelsea's own for the super chat. Our players are performing under Tuchel, so why didn't they perform to a higher level under Lampard? But yeah, because they weren't coached.
Have the experience.
Yeah, they weren't coached to the same level.
Yeah,
they weren't, bro.
I'm saying this. It hurts me to say that because I love the idea of Frank and the project which Chelsea had, but it didn't work. Look, now I can still pine for Frank, but like Thomas Tuchel, like I said earlier. Thomas Tuchel's done a fantastic job. He's coaching well. He's got him playing a system which fits. We've got to look this season. I feel we've overachieved. I think we've overshot. I still feel that. I think that because you've got pretty much a brand new team. You've got a 24-year-old in Timo Werner who's never played in the Premier, 21-year-old in Kai Havertz. You've got Hakim Ziyech. 36-year-old Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
Edouard Mendy. Like you've got a team which technically is still gelling, but because the system we played, it's been a hell of a lot easier.
For sure.
So look, I think Frank Lampard, he should have seen that when we did play a 3, that we looked a lot sharper, which we did every single time we played a 3. And I think he wanted to try and put his own system in. He wants to try to do stuff. Frank Lampard, I think, can go on to be a good manager still. I can see him, like we were saying last week, England under 21s, all that sort of stuff. I can see him doing well. But I don't think that right now he was ready. He took the job like Pirlo as at Juventus.
Yeah,
he took the job because no one else wanted it. End of.
Yeah, 100%. You had a transfer ban.
Yeah,
I mean, and you just had to. He was almost like an interim manager, innit?
He was. And look, now we got Thomas Tuchel. However long he lasts, I'm not sitting there saying I want to get sacked. Don't get me wrong. But it's Chelsea. He's just gonna do that. Just be like, okay, like we know exactly how it works.
But this is it. Like Lampard was your interim. Ole should have been our interim. Our interim just lasted for 3 years.
Yeah, but then this is it. Like I think you guys are in a weird position. Look, if we don't win the Champions League final, and touch wood, we do win it. By the way, we'll have to see. I think this team is definitely in a process, and I think we are definitely in a position to build and go forward. And I think you're going to see some real quality from this Chelsea team in the future. But this realistically was the first stage, and Thomas Tuchel has accelerated it through his coaching and through the system that we've played. So, now we just have to see how it builds and how it goes. I don't know.
Fair.
I don't know. How to manage question, Sancho can't just tomorrow. He's the best player. No, he's not. He's a good player, but he's not the best player at the club. Save the sensationalism. Just because someone can do a fucking flip flap, it doesn't make them the best player in a team, and that's a fact. I think he's a quality player. But
he's better than. Bro, you don't have a single player I would take ahead of Jadon Sancho.
What, on the wing?
Yeah, not a single player. He shits on Werner. He shits on Ziyech.
Doesn't shit on a fully fit Christian Pulisic.
Yeah, for me, he does. I love Pulisic, but bruv, Pulisic ain't Jaden, bruv. I swear he had Pulisic sitting on the bench at Dortmund.
No, but this is it. Look, I'm not saying that he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a bad player at all. I just I think, do you know what? He's a good player. He's a good player, and
I think he's a sensational player. I think people downplay Jadon Sancho because he's not playing in England. This brother's got like a 30+ goal and assists for like, I think 3 seasons now or something like that. Breaking records in Germany, but because he doesn't play here, people are underestimating him. The guy is got every bit as much talent as Mbappe, Haaland, all of them. Like his level of talent is probably higher than both of theirs. Do you know what I mean?
But I have a funny feeling that if for example, if he played in England, I get what you're saying. I'm not sitting here saying he's a bad player. Because this is the comment sections in YouTube. I know full well what people are thinking I'm saying. I am not for 1 second saying he is a bad player. But there are times when I've seen him play, and I don't watch him every week, so I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't know enough about him. He's the times where he does one too many flip flaps. That's all I've ever seen him when he's played.
I hear that, but you know what? With them kind of, but people said the same thing about Cristiano, blood, when he was at Man United. You see, when players play a certain way, you don't take that out of their game because then you lose something in it. Of course, the tricks don't always come off, but when they do, they win you matches in it. And when they don't, you have a structure behind him to make sure you don't lose the match.
Yeah, which is
simple.
Good luck having that at Manchester United then.
Well, there you go, innit? I have no idea, bro.
He'll go. I reckon he'll end up at us or at City, and we don't even need a fucking winger.
City, bruv. If City got rid of Sterling and got him back, they'll be laughing, innit? But I'm hearing City want Jack Grealish. So if City get Jack Grealish, it's over.
People saying I fucking hate flair players. I've had the pleasure of watching Eden Hazard for 7 years. I don't think I hate flair players. Just because I love flair players, but as a person, I appreciate someone who does the simple shit more. I like James Milner.
I hear that. I like James Milner as well. I like
Edward Mendy because it's fucking. This is the thing. There are people which there are players who, don't get me wrong, like Sancho, good player. As I've already said, reinforce it again. Sancho is a good player. But there are sometimes that people overcompensate, and maybe not necessarily Jadon Sancho, but there are people you watch in football who they go, oh, he's an absolute baller. Oh, what a player. Because he's good on a YouTube compilation. Fuck off.
He just scored a brace here to put Dortmund into the top 4, literally 2 days ago.
Well, he's good
without Haaland.
Yeah.
He's proper. He's proper.
He's good.
Okay?
He's good.
He's proper. You know what I mean? So, Jadon's going to show, man, anyway. Levels. Jadon's a bad man.
Yeah, irrespective of what I say, people are going to say I don't appreciate a flat player. So, just because, I think, he's a good player. Jadon Sancho is definitely someone who's got a fantastic career ahead of him wherever he goes.
100%. And I think it's going to be Liverpool, unfortunately. So, I'm stressed.
Financially, it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
I'm stressed. Like that, but boy, do you know what I'm saying? Big up everyone inside. It's lit. Do you know what I'm saying? What you got coming up, man? When's your Good Morning Gazette coming out? Is that out already?
No, I was literally about to finish editing before you just as you sent the thing. It's done now. It's literally going out as soon as it's finished. So I'll be going out good morning to someone's time when it's not UK. So whichever time it's morning, if you're watching it, good morning. If you're from the UK, Good Morning Gazette comes out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Usually it's going to be out 11, 12. But yeah, I've got that. How's the edit looking for the Park Stars game? Finished. So we've got another edit on the way for Imperial Wharf. I'm doing a preview for the Arsenal game. I'm going to try and get troops to combine sort of thing. So yeah, I've got loads of stuff.
Love that.
And it's the favourite thing. How many flair players have we got playing in our Imperial Wolf team in that Park Stars game, mate? Just checking.
Josh Rowe can keep it simple.
Yeah, Josh Rowe. Mate, listen, we've got 3 or 4 flair players. All right, it's fine. Don't worry about it. There'll be plenty of step overs for people to enjoy. So
yeah, we'll see innit. Do you know what I mean? Big up everyone inside already. Like back here with James at 3, James Redmond, Only Gunners at 4, and I've got my vlog from the AFTV game. Yeah, it's uploaded to YouTube. I'm just waiting from the league to find out when I can release it. So I'm trying to release that for you lot tonight. I'm not trying to lie. I'm trying to release it tonight because it's sick. You know what I mean? It's proper sick. So yeah, it's about 20 minutes. So I'm trying to release that tonight. So I'm just gonna get onto the league and see if I can get the go ahead to release that.
Would I really like it because I'm a massive passion merchant?
Ah, bro, it's just it's just a great vlog, mate. Do you know what I mean? So
is it, how much passion is there though? Because obviously, as a man who just loves hard work rates and knee slides and all that sort of stuff,
I don't know. With my team, yeah, you just see champagne, bro. That's all you see, bro. You have to get your protractors out, bro. Triangles everywhere, blood. That's how we play. That's how we play, bro. That's just how we play, guys. You know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where, yeah. Beautiful shapes and people concede a lot of goals. So yeah, man, big up everyone inside. Smash up the like button. And to answer what you guys questions, we do ship internationally as well for the kits. Do you know what I mean? So the links in every single video I have is in the description automatically, so you man can always grab those. And if you're in London,
go watch.
Make sure you get down to the games. Obviously the addresses are always on my Instagram. Make sure you come down, man, so we can cause some problems, man. Do you know what I mean? We want to win this league, but also man want to just rattle some teams, man, when they come out there and just bare noise, bro.
If you lot fancy come to watch us as well, we, as a massive passion merchant, if you want to bring pyro and all that sort of stuff, bring a drum, all that sort of stuff, feel free. Also, we do also ship internationally as well. Because Rants got his shirts, I'll get ours. Hang on.
Your shirt's actually quite wavy. I can't lie.
Do you want to model the shirts? Do you want to do a bit of a catwalk quickly?
Their shirt's actually kind of hard. Still, I can't lie. Still, I've worn it.
This one. I won't use this
hang on. Actually, stripping off, maybe not a good idea. I'd like to keep monetization. If you want those,
but nah, the kits. I like the blue one. The blue one's lit, bruv. The blue one's lit, bruv. And I wore the 25 Zola one when I played as well, bruv. Because man, have to wear the 25 if you're wearing the Chelsea colours, bro.
That is
like that.
We're still yet to wear the away shirt now.
Hey, that's wavy, blood. The black one.
Look at that, and we got the numbers.
Oh, the numbers as well later, bruv. Who designed that, bruv?
Dan Hardman. Me, Dan Hardman. I'd help with the design process.
Later, so, yeah. Come on, G. You know, like that, bruv.
If you're interested in the history behind it,
because that one looks kind of the blue one kind of looks like an old Kappa style, innit, on the sleeves and that.
That's exactly what we did. So this is blue kit. Blue kit is we've actually got it based. If you can, I don't know if you can see it on there. So we've got the sublimations. We based that on the old Barca kit. So that 94 Barca kit.
Sick, bro.
Got this as well. Old school number on the back, and we did this one. Was like an amalgamation. So we got basically originally had like pink on the side, but it didn't quite work out. So this basically like a version of the Dortmund 98 shirt. So yeah, that's what we do. So yeah, a bit of a passion merchant, but I do have style. Don't worry about it. That's why I love a step over. So
come on, yeah, like that. Big up, guys. You know what I mean? Man said Cameronese, blood. That's your baller, innit? Absolute shithouse, blood.
Cameronese, but mate, the baller for Benevent is Luca Toni. From the same village. I played football with Luca Toni when I was a kid.
Luca Toni, bro, with the hair,
mate. I played football with him when I was a kid, just in the square. It was fucking brilliant. I tried to nutmeg him, and he just like, nope. And I was like, okay.
Come on, like that, man. So nah, bro, that's lit. That's what I'm saying. Nah, so that's it. You guys, make sure you subscribe to Louis' channel. 100% subscribe to Louis' channel, man. The link is in the title as usual. Do you know what I mean? So slap that. And yeah, man's back at 3 with James Redmond. Talk about what the hell Liverpool are doing, bruv. Big up everyone. And I'll catch you, man.